Bienvenidos a Esperanza Pense, donde la Esperanza Pense. Welcome to Esperanza Pense, where hope wins. Let me let you read that. You are a badass being, full of life, love, and possibilities. Through this deck, may you find a path to your best self. And that's what we're trying to do here. I'm using different decks. If you've noticed, this is the Modern Witch Tarot, illustrated by Lisa Sterl. It's based on the Rider-Waite 78 card deck that I'm used to using, but I am bringing some of my pretty decks, some of my oracle decks, some of my artistic decks. It's Aquarius season, so it's time to sort of think outside the box and do things a little bit weird and have some fun with it. So that's what we're doing today. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for fine-tuning your free will and intuition with me. Let's shuffle these cards, shall we? And see what the Quick Hits Tarot has to say to us today. I have had a glorious day. How about you? I got recorded on two guest recordings on podcasts today. One on Bellied Up podcast, that is comedian Charlie Barons and Miles the You Betcha Guy. And they have a podcast called Bellied Up. And basically they go to the bar, have a couple beers, and dole out advice. And like, that's what we do here too, right? So, hey, obvious affinity. No, just kidding. I only drink like maybe one beer, like while I'm doing readings, maybe two, but I don't get sauced with I like to be loose and I like to be comfortable, but like being sauced and channeling do not mix well. That's a mixed drink that I don't recommend. And I wouldn't know either, because I've never, ever touched these cards or tried to like channel anything spiritually while I've been under the influence, like too much under the influence. You know what I mean? I think it's good to get loosened up. I think it's good to be your true self. I think it's good to like loosen your tongue a little bit, especially if you're a Midwesterner like me and you kind of hold yourself back and you bite your tongue sometimes when you really should just say what's going on. You know, I had an instance earlier today. I've been doing some traveling, and as you know, like I've been traveling off and on for the past like few months, like just trying to shake myself out of my usual ruts and stuff like that, and circumstances, time, and everything else has just led to some of these travels. But earlier today, I had a conversation with, somebody about, I don't know, I kind of just stood up for my needs in a way. And like, he was so happy I did. He was like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you said something, type of thing. And I'm like, oh, I'm so glad I did too. And I even told him, I said, well, I'm Midwestern. I don't really like to complain. And he is like, you're not complaining. So the thing about it is like, depending on how we grew up and depending on how our culture is, I think all of us need to switch it up a little bit. And even if something feels uncomfortable for you, speak the fuck up, because you never know what beautiful things might occur from that. You might even become closer to the person that you're speaking up to. Or at least we can get the conversation started. So we haven't had any jumpers yet. Let's pray over these cards and get our quick hit tarot for the day. I just feel really blessed that I was able to participate in some creativity with a couple of podcasters that I really respect. Once again, it's Bellied Up Podcast and Warlanda's Cup of Coffee. Oh, did I even say? At Warlanda's Cup of Coffee with Scream. That was we just got off of our podcast And I'll put the links, I think the links are already in the description box. And most of you who come to this channel are already fans of Warlanda's Cup of Coffee with Scream, but it was really wonderful. We pulled some cards, we had a good talk, and she did her podcast. And so if you're interested in what our conversation was, you can click over there. All right. 11th of February 2026, near past, present tense, near future. Thank you so much for being here with me, and thank you everybody who books readings, links below. Speaking of Charlie Barron's and Miles, you guys just hit the links below. You can go to my 2017 website and you'll be actually dealing with me, a human person. I don't have a Jared to do my scheduling, so it's all just me, you know? And I do think that people like me are going to be in high demand coming here soon. Real human beings with real intuitive capabilities. Like, you can't replicate that shit. Six of Cups reversed, we have in the near past. We have the Ace of Pentacles reversed in the present tense, and then we have Five of Pentacles in the near future. So it looks like we need to be careful what you wish for. You might get it, especially in terms of monetary sense, but just because like coin is coming in, it doesn't mean that you're going to know what to do with it, because the Five of Pentacles, which we were talking about before in a different reading that I did today, but Five of Pentacles energy is like poverty consciousness. Five of Pentacles energy is definitely like clinging to someone around you for survival mode type things, for trudging across the path and not really having time to like step inside to the church and doing the spiritual things. So I'd like to encourage everybody to take time for their spirit, even though we're living in an earthly realm. With the Six of Cups reversed in the near past, there might be people from the past coming back into our scene. There might have been some like inner child work that we needed to do and soothe ourselves with, and we just haven't done it yet. The Six of Cups reversed. The Six of Cups is usually a card of like nostalgia, feeling comfortable with your inner child, giving your inner child the nourishment that they need. Whether or not your parents did it, it's your turn to do it. So with the Six of Cups reversed, we might be thinking of like things that happened in the past or things that happened in childhood that made our inner child kind of shrink a little bit and feel tense. And what I'm telling people, or not telling people, but what I'm noticing, what I'm feeling lately is this tension. And take those breaths. You know, if something happened in the past, if something happened in our childhood, if something happened to where we became disconnected from our true self and our true heart, our true innocence, let's breathe into that space, okay? Not to sound like too much of a woo-woo person. Ace of Pentacles reversed, like this isn't my job. That's a Midwestern thing too. We apologize for everything. Oh my gosh, sorry, I'm reading tarot and I sound like a woo-woo person. Like, hello. Maybe I'm the one that needs to release some of my upbringing and realize, you know, just do what you do, girl, you know? Ace of Pentacles reversed is going to be that we might be gifted with some money. We might be gifted with some money advice. We might be gifted with the notion, even just like a divine sort of download of what we're supposed to do here in real time on earth. Because obviously pentacles are earth. Pentacles are the seeds that we're planting here on earth. But we got to be careful where we plant our seeds, and we got to be careful our mentality around it, right? Because we might have like poverty consciousness might be the operating, what do they call that? The operating paradigm, the operating machinery, the operating architecture, and we don't want to lean into that, right? So if we have any childhood wounds, or if we have any childhood or adulthood, Five of Pentacles within us, poverty consciousness or scarcity mindset, as they call it in the New Age realm, then we need to be careful, because then when we're gifted with these opportunities, when we're gifted with the Ace of Pentacles, we might not know what to do with it. And with these eclipses coming in, I think a lot of us are going to have some happy surprises, but I also think a lot of us are going to have a lot of shocks and shifts and changes. So when the power comes to you, when you get good seeds, please be aware that if you have some cultural conditioning, or if you have some sort of blockages to this abundance, then it won't be able to reach you. Okay, sweethearts? I love you. See you on the next one, God willing. All right. Lots of healing potential today. Lots of sextile energy. So that's energy that's sexy, it's fun. You can hear it in the name, sextile. You know, Venus is in Pisces. We have a lot of balm when it comes to making connections. Okay, we have Saturn and Neptune making a sextile to Uranus, bringing some surprising revelations maybe in terms of like how we deal with ourselves on day-to-day reality. With the Uranus and Taurus, we might have to get ahead of those shakeups before those shakeups get ahead of us. We have the moon sextile Mars. We have the sun sextile Chiron. Heal up, Buttercup.